Hello there and welcome back to my new video. With this video, I am starting a new tutorial series about notifications in Android. So as with any other series, the first video is all about introduction. I'm going to introduce you with everything you need to know before you can start implementing notifications in your project. Alright, so we're going to start with some basics, like what is notification, how does it work, how it's organized and structured. We're going to cover some important details about compatibility issues, notification channels, importance levels, and a few more things as well. So a notification is basically a message that Android displays outside of your application's UI to provide the user with some kind of reminders in most cases. So notifications can appear to the users in different locations and formats. Like for example as an icon in the status bar, then as a more detailed notification in the notification drawer, then as a badge on the application icon itself. And with Android API level 21 or Android 5.0, we can programmatically set the level of details that are visible in the notification on a secure lock screen, or whether the notification will show up on the lock screen at all. We can also set the higher importance level for each notification so that we can display so-called heads-up notifications that are available only from an API level 21, which is Android 5.0. And I'm going to talk about heads-up notifications in the separate video in this series. Now, before we can start creating a real notification in our project, we first need to get familiar with all its components and elements. So each notification contains a set of default elements that we can either use or not. Some of them are mandatory and some of them are optional. The actual layout design of a notification is determined by the Android system templates, and we can just use some of those templates to fill in the information. Of course, there is always a way to customize the notification layout by yourself, and if you are planning to do that, then you should consider a couple of different things, which I am going to talk about in some more details in the separate video in this series. But bottom line, it's always recommended to use a standard notification templates when possible. Okay, so next, the structure. In this image, you can see a basic example of a simple notification in Android. So let's start with the first element from the left side. Now, under the number of 1, we can see an icon, and that icon is usually called a small icon. Then we have a text that does represent the application name itself. Then we have a timestamp, which is the value provided by the system. And of course, we can programmatically override that value or even hide it using a setShowWhen function. Then after that, we have an image or an icon, and this icon is called a large icon. So this element is optional, and it's mostly used to represent a person from your contact lists, for example. And you shouldn't use that large icon to show your application icon or a logo, because that would violate the user experience. Next, we can see the content title, which is also an optional element. Next, we can see the content text, which is an optional element. And finally, there is a notification button that is called an action button, which is an optional element as well. And it's optimal to have a maximum of 3 action buttons per notification, so be sure to remember that. Next, let me introduce you with notification channels. So starting with an API level of 26 or Android 8.0, all notifications must be assigned to a channel or it will not appear. In Android developer terminology, we use a word channel, while the actual users in their system settings see a word category or categories. Now, by categorizing notifications into channels, users can disable specific notification channel for your application instead of disabling all your notifications. And users can control the visual and the auditory options for each channel, all that from the Android system settings. For example, you can create a notification channel for the news category of your application notifications, and then another channel for a reward notifications, for example, and so on. Next, let me introduce you with notification importance. So, Android uses the importance of a notification to determine how much the notification should interrupt the user. And the higher the importance of a notification is, the more interruptive the notification will be. On an API level 26 and higher, or Android 8.0, we are specifying notification importance within the notification channel. And the users can change this importance in the system settings. Also, on the Android API level 25 and below, importance of each notification is determined by the notification priority. And there are 4 different importance levels: urgent, high, medium and low. With urgent, a notification appear as a heads-up notification and they make a sound. High importance basically means that notification will make a sound. Medium importance means that notification will make no sound, and the low importance means that notification will have no sound and they will not exist or appear within the status bar. Alright, so that's pretty much everything you need to know about the notifications in Android for now. And the last thing that I want to share with you in this video is about the notification posting limits, as well as some compatibility issues. So starting with API level of 27 or Android 8.1, applications cannot make a notification sound more than once per second. So if your application posts multiple notifications in 1 second, then they all appear as expected, but only the first notification per second will make a sound. Also, Android applies a rate limit when updating a notification. So if you're trying to post updates to a single notification too frequently, for example, many updates in less than a second, then the Android system might drop some of those updates. So you do need to take that into consideration when working on your project. And the last thing that I want to emphasize in this video is the latest update for notifications that are running on an API level 26 and higher. So with the newest updates, some notification functionalities were moved away from a notification builder to a notification channel. For example, now you should use a notification channel set importance function instead of a notification compat builder set priority function when specifying the notification importance. Alright, so I know that there were a lot of information for you to process altogether, and my suggestion is to go back and watch this video once again after you complete this whole series about notification, because that way you may catch up the things that you've missed at first. So more cool videos coming up in this series soon, and be sure to comment down below and tell me what do you think about notifications in general. And also, don't forget to like this video, but only if you find this video helpful. See ya in the next one!